a trade another day.
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, and for some reason the charts change,
Little trade another day.
and tomorrow I'm the biggest bear out there, so be it.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Live to trade another day. Live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Is it the bottom yet? I'm trying to buy up everything. Not gonna get upset. Just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future. Up early just like a rooster. Eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do. Buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dive in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna. Cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams. Wake up in mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day. Live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money.
Welcome back to the live stream, man. Oh my gosh, the market getting nuked. Oh my gosh, but the main topic of discussion, my friends, today is to just not have any fear. We need to be able to train ourselves in this volatility dojo. And we want to put a lot of emphasis on patience right now because everyone is expecting to get rich in a year, get rich in 2 years, or however many they just want to get fully rich in the cycle. But if we know the fundamentals of how just even energy works in this life and in this world, and especially in investing and anything that is good in this world, it takes a nice build and it takes you putting time into it and also being able to not be a 2x Jeter. So welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. And today are days that you should be so grateful for because it gives people an opportunity to buy low and sell high. To buy low and sell high, my friends. But yeah, so we are going to be breaking down some of the altcoin moves, the Bitcoin move, the ETH move. Bitcoin basically took a nice little liquidity sweep here. You can see that if anything, we are still on track to be going up over the next couple months, but you got to look at the nature of how the competition of the markets and the liquidations, that the market makers are going to play on our emotions of wanting that fast altcoin season or the bull run or the banana zone or whatever. And shout out to the Army Piper community, to the Piper Academy. They're rating the stream. I always love this because it's like I could be going to all the channels and being like, hey, could you like, forward your stream to my stream so I can get some, but I don't even have to ask. Like the people in crypto and the people that are in this community, they just do cool stuff. So I really, really appreciate that. And I try my best to give shout outs and give support to the other creators, to the other channels. And so I want to say directly to you, Mr. Piper, thank you very much. Thank you. And to Trade Intuition. You guys have been so bullish on the channel, and it honestly, it helps keep the momentum going and the drive going. And when you got people cheering you on, it's really cool. So yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so we're just getting like some liquidity sweeps. We tried to test up here. Like if you were looking at this in like kind of a technical standpoint or a pattern, you'd say, okay, that was a nice test. Possibly we could have tested back up and got support, but it just didn't line up. It didn't line up with the overall, I don't know, I guess the sentiment, because it's interesting. We got some volatility. There's some geopolitical things happening. Apparently, some US strikes with Russia. I have no idea. There's something going on with Russia and the United States. There was some. I think we bookmarked it. One of the posts that we saw earlier this morning, and we got a bunch of stuff bookmarked, but it was from basically Bloomberg, Walter Bloomberg. Let's see. Where did it go? Yeah, Walter Bloomberg basically was like something with Russia. Let me pull it up so I make sure I don't get it wrong. He's posted so many freaking things. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. U.S. deployed jets against Russian bombers, according to CNN. So I don't know. There's no link. It's just a you know, a quick flash of information. So U.S. deployed 4 16 fighter jets, a surveillance aircraft, and 4 tankers to intercept Russian bombers and fighter jets that flew into Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone, the North American Aerospace Defense Command says. Okay, so I don't know what's going on there, but maybe there's just some tensions. Maybe there's still some tensions. I don't know. But there was nothing too breaking. So if we go to the posts that are happening right now. Oh, here we go. This is something bullish. So the leader of UK's most popular party just urged the central bank to adopt Bitcoin. This is a massive global development. Let's see. CoinDesk is saying Trump administration plans to use AI models from Elon Musk's XAI, and the government has just been given the go, like the check mark for. So government entities and companies and anything that has to do with the government, they're now allowed to use Grok. So I guess they weren't able to before in a certain regulatory, legal standpoint, but now they're able to implement Grok and maybe Grok's APIs inside of the government. So, I mean, you kind of think about it like, so you could say, if there's a way to be getting stock and share and an investment in XAI, basically through Tesla, if you're investing in Tesla, you're also investing in the AI. So I'm curious to see how this is going to develop over time. MetaMask has been bull posting about the airdrop, and also have been bull posting about their MUSD, their stable coin, and also trying to onboard people. They're basically going to token 2049. That's happening, I guess, in like about a week or so. It's happening in about a week. So people are getting ready to see what the DeFi Web3 community is going to be unveiling over token 2049. And so it could be some new products. It could be some, new unveilings of things. We'll just have to see. And Alexander G, we got Alexander G in the house. Thank you. Yes, we will always have a good stream if you're here. If you're here, we will have a good stream. That's if you come in, we feel good. And it's been like that for years, actually, Alexander G. It's funny. We should know more about you. And because you've been here from the drop. You've been here from the drop, but we get so distracted with trying to just grind that we forget that there's been people that have been watching this channel for the past like 2.5, almost 3 years, which is crazy. That's crazy to me. So I just have a lot of I'm feeling a lot of gratitude right now. I'm feeling a lot of love. So thank you guys. Yeah, so there's a lot of bullish stuff happening. So there's really no reason to be scared of the dips. Like, I think these dips are fantastic. Like, I used to be very much tied to the emotional swings of the markets and feeling the FOMO, but now I just laugh. And I go, man, like, I'm not going to let this get to me. Really not going to let it get to me, because if you believe in crypto like I believe in it enough to talk about it every single day and try and build a brand and a company and things behind it, like we basically have now developed a strategy of resilience to just know that we are early into one of the biggest financial revolutions and like just forward growth of just going into the old traditional financial system. Think of the facts. You just got to think facts, like literally horse and buggy carriage then snail mail, then the fax, then the email, and now fully data encrypted and private or non-private message rails that you could even use now with no internet. It's now gone that far to where we can even ping off of Bluetooth to send a message to someone on a electronic device. So when you think about the way we have evolved in communication, it's the same way that we're basically have always been evolving in the way we are digitally signing and going from analog to digital from the fiat system, which digitally mints fiat currency, like along with the paper that they print, that they have to, do the show of like, oh, here's your paper. I know people like cash is king. That whole cash is king is such a dumb, like, boomer thing to say, cash is king. That used to be the case, but now assets are king, not cash. Because if that was the case, then you'd just be holding cash. The banks be giving you 15% interest on your cash, dollar being super strong. But no, it's not the case. That's not the case. So we need to be accumulating like mad people, like crazy people, like insane people. We need to be accumulating like nutcases, because the biggest ecosystems and bubbles, so it's okay to be in a bubble. People think when they hear a bubble, like, oh, it's going to pop. Well, the bubble can get really, really, really big. And the bubble might even last for 5 to 10 years. Then it pops. So it's like, why would you not want to be in the bubble? So then you can, when it does pop, you've been able to successfully do the same thing that the financial institutions and the money changers and the people that have and know how to figure out how to use the system, which is basically borrow debt. If they can get a lot of capital, they can invest that capital, but a lot of it is based on debt. All these companies are issuing debt from their shares. They're borrowing against their shares. They're borrowing with literally 1% interest. Michael Saylor was able to get all these, $1 billion loans for freaking 1% interest. So when I've made the case of saying that, retail was going to come here to buy your bags or buy our bags, like, that was always naive to think that it was retail to begin with. Retail equated to maybe like a fraction of the trading volume, and most of it was on Robinhood. So really, who is pushing the volume? It's Binance, it's Coinbase, it's all the people that are buying up the supply, manipulating, wash trading. It's all that. And then it's the big institutions, it's the hedge funds, it's the people that have better data and more access to the data and insider information than you. And they're loading up and buying the digital assets while we might be over here with the retail, quote, getting scared and thinking about 4-year cycles. It's like, it's a scam. It is a psyop to make you think small and make you think that you should still hang on to the old traditional financial system. If you continue to stay in the financial system, then you are like in the way that we've been siphoned, then you gotta get with the program. But you guys know this. Like, if you're here right now, you know this. But I'm talking specifically to people that are gonna watch this live stream, or they're scared, or they're feeling all this fear, or they're really just like, it's just like, no, you need to go sell your car and double down. You got an extra car? I had extra stuff in my garage. I sold it yesterday. I was like, I need more ticker Bitcoin. I said, I don't need these speaker stands. What I need right now is more digital assets. Especially right now when people are freaking out and trying to, on the timeline, trying to make me feel like there's not literally billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, just, it's a slow build. And we're not going to have the 4-year cycle run up bullcrap that we've had before. It's different. It is that classic line where we're like, it's different this time. Well, I bet, damn it, it really is. It's a lot different, because if you look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, which people they laugh. You're probably laughing right now. You're probably laughing right now, man. You guys are probably like, this son of a gun just pulled up the rainbow Bitcoin chart. Put a spinny cap on me and give me a lollipop. Okay. But if you can look and see the patterns that I'm seeing here, is that we had the classic halving pattern, goes in the red. We see in the second halving, classic pattern, kind of touches into a bear market, goes into the red. Okay. Then you see the third halving, very similar, just wasn't in the blue for as long. And we ended up actually before the third halving here, we had this little run up. We actually had a nice little run up here, like a spike. Then we went in from there down into a little bear market, hit those lows. And then after the third halving, we had that same run up. You can see the pattern of it running up. And we'll even get a little closer so you can see it. And then you can see that we had that double top. That was this was the bear. This was the market in the section. So if you look at the halving 3 and you go from here to here, this is where retail and new investors and people that were never into crypto, or they knew, I knew about crypto all during probably, like, I would say maybe really here. I found out about Bitcoin was maybe like 2000, I think it was like 2011 or 12 or something. So, because it was whenever Andreas Antonopoulos went on Joe Rogan, which the first time he did was around 2011 or 12 or something like that. It was like 11 or 12 and 2011 or 2012. I remember it was around the same time that Incubus just came out with If Not Now When. They did the whole Incubus HQ. If you're an Incubus fan, you remember, like, it was like they did this whole live stream event in their headquarters. All around that time, that was when Bitcoin started. It was like it was coming out of that first halving. It was having its first halving event. And so Yeah, it's like it's so crazy to think about it, man. I just think of, man, I was playing Counter-Strike and Elder Scrolls and playing World of Warcraft, and I should have been mining Bitcoin. Even when I went on tour years later, met a guy, stayed in his house in Indianapolis, and then I was asking him questions. He had his whole setup. He had this whole mining rig, this whole thing, and he was like, yeah, I mine Bitcoin. And instead of me paying attention and being like diving in and being like, well, what is this? What are you doing? I need to figure this out. I was worrying about some chick. I was trying to, yeah, you guys know exactly what I was trying to do. I was totally distracted by, just like worrying about girls instead of mining Bitcoin. What a massive fade. What a massive fade. Because that was like in 2017, 18 or something like that. What a man. If I saw I'd love to go back in time. I would drop kick myself in the head. I would go boom. Ooh, I would just like, you'd see me coming out of the corner and I would just drop kick myself in the face. Be like, I can't believe you. Yeah. John Cena, just boom. But yeah, so point I'm trying to make here is if you look at this chart, something broke. Something happened. Because technically, out of the halving, we've always seen a crank up. Ozzy said I was in my own banana zone. That's hilarious. I was in my own banana zone. Dude, stop it. You guys this is why I love the dojo crew. Like the people that come in here, you guys are hilarious. I feel like if we all got in the same room, we would just be dying laughing. Free said, I always share this story. My barber saw Bitcoin at $13 and was thinking about buying it, but his family members told, let me go to the, why is my chat? Oh, I didn't have my chat screen up. I'm like, I haven't seen my chat. Shout out to everyone who's here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got a nice number of people, but big difference than what it was yesterday. Yesterday, I don't know if I got like sent to the Netherlands or sent to Greenland, like internet or something, but I had like 3 people on and it was like crickets. It was like cricket sounds, but it is what it is. But okay, so Free said, I always share the story. My barber saw Bitcoin at $13 and was thinking about buying it, but some of his family members told him it was a scam. I know, that's the thing about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin maxis. Out of any community and people or group that is recognized in crypto, the Bitcoin maxis, you've got to give them credit because they went through all of the Bitcoin funerals, all of the FUD, Mount Gox, the capitulations, everything. They just like the Bitcoin maxis and the people that believed in Bitcoin. Just think about it. News media, like holding funerals for Bitcoin. You have all of your family also calling you a crazy person. Oh, you seems like you invest in beanie babies, huh? Like a digital beanie baby. Ah. And it's just like, so you got to deal with so much crap. And that's just like crypto people in general. Like I've told the story, like whenever I quit my full-time job and I told them what I was going to be doing instead of the full-time job, they about like put a Oh, so sorry. Can you hear me? Now you can hear me. Okay. I don't know how that got muted. My microphone got muted for some reason. But yeah, I was just telling the story about how crypto people are constantly getting humiliated. It's just what happens. We're caught. Yeah, I'm good now. Sorry. I just noticed, but yeah. Okay, we're good. I don't know how much you missed, but the only thing I was talking about really was that crypto people are constantly getting humiliated. Crypto people are constantly getting humiliated. It's so funny that the moment that you can lose audio, people are like, I'm out. The people just like, they're just like, I'm out. See you later. No, but guys, the 30 people that are in here, can you hit that like button? Because if we can get to 30 likes, this thing will be jumping. YouTube will finally break me out of the doghouse. Break me out of that freaking doghouse. Wait a second. Alexo Crypto was in here. Yo, God, I was missing all these messages. All right, so since there's so many people in here, this is the perfect time because I thought about it. I wanted to do a giveaway. Of Ticker Bitcoin. But the only way that I'll be able to do it is you guys have to sign up. And they're actually doing this really cool puzzle league. You can collect puzzle pieces. You collect the puzzle. You complete the puzzle. And then you'll be able to claim prizes, mystery boxes. And you can win things like hype. You can get some PAX Gold. You can get some World Liberty Fi token, some Pepe, some Bitcoin, some Athena. It's funny. You can tell what coins OURBIT is bullish on. They've been really bullish on Bitcoin. They've been bullish on Ticker Bitcoin. They've been bullish on Bonk. Kind of the usual suspects of what people have been talking about. But they're definitely one of the more fun exchanges, and I think they carry themselves pretty well. And right now they are going to be in token 2049. And so if you are there, then you can go party with OURBIT. But sign up with my link; it's in the description. And what we're going to do is we are going to give away some Ticker Bitcoin. So inside of OURBIT, you have a Ticker Bitcoin address. There's going to be one on Base, and there's going to be one on Ethereum. So I'm going to want you to copy and paste your Base Ticker Bitcoin OURBIT address in the chat. Okay? And I'm going to take all of those, and I'm going to put it in a random generator picker, and it's going to pick a winner, and I will announce it, and then we'll go from there. But the only way you can get it is by giving me your Ticker Bitcoin base address. That is on OURBIT. And there you go. I'm going to put the link in the link's right here. Let me make sure that if I just copy this and paste it, if it'll work. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, check and see if that works. All right, so now Bitcoin is going back down. Oh man, it's funny. We had this level mark, this 110, and I was like, are we gonna hit it? This 110, man. We got to go on the 4 hour. We got to go on the 4 hour and see if we are, man, we fell off that trend line. I didn't want that to happen. We had this channel forming, and this was a good bounce to get us into if I bet the Fibonacci extension level or something right here was probably like we got rejected off of like the 618 or something. Damn. That's crazy. I called that. I was like, we probably got rejected off the 618. We were probably like, boom. And that's what happened. So we bounced on the 236. Dutchy thinks I should be in jail. I don't know why he keeps saying that. He's trying to get a rise out of me. I don't know why he keeps doing that. You can keep saying that, but no, I've been vindicated. No, I've already was in YouTube jail. I was banned off of X. I was banned on YouTube. They've stopped my momentum by banning me, and then I had to kind of restart from the ground up. And thankfully, the community came out hot. Like, whenever I did get banned and I came back, like, Jason Casper was helping. There's a bunch of channels that just were, like, super supportive and were just, like, giving me shout-outs and stuff. And honestly, it really helped, like, build some momentum back up. So, but yeah, holy crap. Okay, so yeah, rejection off the 618, which was the 117. So that was some resistance. And you can see a lot of that resistance was built up. You can see here, it's a lot of action of resistance. It was just choppy, double top resistance here. Bearish divergence on this relative strength. It was like going down the opposite. So we were just losing strength. So we have to look at the lowest levels of where we could possibly go from here. and my call would be 105. This was a lot of calls from last week. People were calling for 105,000 from here. So from the 31st at the end of last week, you know, this downturn, we were thinking, yeah, 105. Like, this makes so much sense. And now that we see that we weren't able to really push here, we might go a little lower. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be caught off guard by that if we try and test, we liquidate more traders, and we just kind of sweep the 105 here. But yeah, like trade intuition, yeah, it's interesting because yeah, that's about the channel size of what our channels are, because we have like over 2,000 subscribers, and YouTube sometimes is just kind of weird if they're gonna like really put you out in the search, because you can get in the recommendation page, but if you're in the search page and you're on the front page, that's a whole different story. That's when you can get like hundreds of people all of a sudden clicking on your live stream. But YouTube kind of, it's weird, you know. But people hitting the like button though, so like for instance, like we have 31 people in here so far, so we've kept concurrent 30, and then we're almost at 20 likes. So that helps YouTube to like get it, you know. We're trying to crack that YouTube code, you know. That YouTube code is interesting because look, for instance, channels like Alexo Crypto, his channel blew up. But he's consistent, you know. He live streams every day. He's got the trade setups. He's got the group. He's got the, you know, the Otter Gang. He's got his Discord. He's got people inside the Discord that help him manage it, which is like, oh my god, I'm sure that helps out so much, because like when I think about managing my own Discord, I want to puke. I'm like, you know, I need someone to do it for me. But yeah, to great value there. So he totally deserves all the subscribers and all that stuff. But I noticed that we were at the same subscriber level. We were right at the same level, same subscribers. And then right when he passed 4K, it was like he just like launched. It was like from 4K to 10K. And it was just like, I was like, okay. And I started to look at my numbers and I was like, dang, okay. So mine's been a little bit more of like a steady grind. It's been a little steady grind. But I have this theory that once I break 4K, then the 4K to 10K is going to be the easiest. But from like the 0 to 4K, it's like you're dragging your dead body across the floor. You're like, oh! You're like, oh! You know, it's terrible. You're literally like on the battlefield, and if you quit, and think about how many channels don't get past that point of the inevitable wall. You're gonna hit the wall. And that's what people with like businesses or whatever they just think it's like, they have these expectations of what it's gonna be like, and it's like, wake up. It's like, wake up! Grab a bush and put a little makeup. Don't you just feel it with the shake up? Why'd you do the keys on the table? You wanted to. Oh, wake up. Yeah. Okay. So I love Chop Suey. That's such a good album. Toxicity. I like the era of music in early 2000s and 2001. So many crazy albums came out. And I remember me and my sister, we had a karaoke machine, and we used to put on Toxicity, and we would speed it up and do it fast and record it on cassette tapes of us doing it in the gerbil voice of fast karaoke. And we would be like, wake up, and we would endless laughter. It was just like endless like belly laughing with that stuff. I don't know if you guys did similar things, but we were clowning. We were clowning hard. Okay, so this was my, like, basically, if you look at the Bitcoin chart on the Bitstamp chart and you go to the daily, you guys love looking at the charts. I know a lot of people that are in the live stream right now, you really do like looking at the charts, and we do break down the charts a lot on this live stream, but we do have fun going into the news. We like going into the sentiment and the you know, the feelings about how everyone is handling themselves right now in crypto. I think it's like a research, like we do. It's like this live stream and us being in crypto is like doing research on culture. This is how you have to think about it. It's like basically crypto is like the bleeding edge of new tech and technology and culture and what's happening like basically right now on the internet. There's nothing else that's more interesting than this. Like, name me one thing that is more interesting than what is happening right now in terms of this ecosystem, please, because I don't know. You know, everything else is old and played out and typical. All the stupid celebrities coming out and being like, oh, free speech, Jimmy Kimmel. And it's like those same people were the ones that were like firing us and encouraging, you know, everyone to literally stop talking to family members if you didn't wear a mask or whatever, if you didn't take the jab or all this stuff. Those same people are coming back on to be like, I'm going to try and psyop you again because I've got paid thousands and thousands of dollars to do so. And it's like, that shit's so old and played out, tired of it, not falling for it. No, I don't think anyone's falling for it. So crypto is the answer, and out of the lies that we're constantly being fed. We are being lied to on a daily basis about everything, about Charlie, about the numbers, about inflation, about everything. We're being lied to. So what's the answer? Decentralized finance, my friends. I don't have to ask Joe Schmo. I don't have to ask this person or that person to freaking do stuff on chain. And yeah, Mike, that's funny. Mike said, I should talk about AIXBT not giving you credit for exposing the 75 XPX wallets rotating into Bitcoin. Well, AIXBT, it like pointed out really the fact that it pointed out the obvious. It's pretty obvious that like the same people that are accumulating all of the meme coins that I've literally been pointing out for months and months now about the Ethereum ethos and what legacy whales know about accumulation in these markets right now. If you watch these wallets, basically SPX 6900 was the first one to get to the point where they're now going to rotate, and a lot of those whales that made massive profits, they have dust of SPX 6900 in their wallets now. They have like a balance of like $20. But guess what? They have balance of thousands and thousands of dollars. So they kept profits in stablecoin. They moved it into ETH. They swapped into ETH. But guess what? They also swapped into ticker Bitcoin. They swapped into Kekius. They swapped into this is a different wallet. Where's that wallet? Where'd that wallet go? Yeah, this one wanted to get some World Liberty Financial USD, some World Liberty Fi, the actual token, NPC, and Wojak. So both parallels. MBC is the NPC like robot brain, like, you know, no soul. Wojak is the feels guy. It represents like look, Apu is the second in rank of any Pepe derivative. So in terms of community, in terms of all of that, Apu definitely kind of takes the rank on that in terms of a Pepe deriv. But then the next in line that came after is Kekius. Because look, I mean, this person's in this wallet kind of doubled down, and they have more of a balance of Kekius than they do Apu. But they also have some Wojak. They have a little bit of Mooding. They have some Rollbit. But look, they have ticker Bitcoin. They need to definitely get a little bit more of that, but they're actually more bullish on holding these particular tokens. And I find that fascinating. And so, but what I saw is one of these wallets still had like this one, it had $21 left of SPX 6900. My guess is that they probably had, if I were to go dig into this wallet, probably had a pretty decent balance of SPX, took the profits, and then went into the obvious rotation. That quote AIXBT is pointing out the fact that these 75 wallets are just they're positioning themselves for what I've been talking about is the rotation into legacy ETH memes, which will include Pepe, Mogcoin. I mean, yep, I'd say more so on my side. I just like getting Wojak. I don't buy MPC. But then ticker Bitcoin, Apu possibly. We might even see Bobo as the counter of the bear. Pepe's the green bull. Bobo's the red bear. You know, you have to think about this in terms of cultural memetics. This is the game. And it's buy and hold. It's not trade. It's not time the market. It's not, oh, let me see if I can get a buy and then try and buy back. No. The SHIB and Doge whales didn't do that shit. They bought and they held. And they waited till there was mass freaking euphoria and FOMO. And then they dumped on people's heads. Then they sold. But the thing about the Doge and the SHIB community and those people, they're forever army soldiers of those communities, and they will always pay tribute to what made them get out of the matrix. And that's the whole damn point. And that's what these communities actually should be focusing on, which I do still think some of them are, is that is a means for the freaking simp and the person out in the herd out there to break through. My friends. So, and Brett is definitely, well, I would say the boys club, because like I'm putting the boys club has to go in its own category for the Matt Fuhrer tokens, because you have Andy, you have Wolf, gosh, what is it? Wolf something, God, I can't remember. Land Wolf. You got Land Wolf, you got Pepe, Andy, Brett, and who's the and am I missing any? Am I missing anyone? Andy, Brett, Pepe, Land Wolf, and who else? But yeah, Brett's interesting. Brett recently, yeah, let's talk about Brett, because actually Brett was just recently on Killer Whales. We've known about this for a while. Like Brett was being represented by Jake Gagan, and Jake Gagan really, I think he did a really good job representing it. Maybe we'll actually put on, actually let's watch it. Let's watch a little clip of it. Hopefully we'll get like copyright. But this is the, that's funny. They're watching it right now. That's funny. Shout out to Jake and Rodney. They're actually watching it currently right now. As I just said, I'm going to pull up his clip and watch it. That's hilarious. We're tuned in, man. we're locked in. We're locked in. Let's go. Okay, so let's get the full clip. Where's the full clip? We got to find it. Cuz I'm not going to put on their live stream of them watching it, and then let's see.
Chance to win. You know,
oh, there we go.
And that's fortunately probably gonna happen cycle. If I look,
Did you hold?
tell me is Brett
About halfway through.
The leg, Johnny, and don't rob the.
Why did you think?
Robert had a great
Okay.
concept, but swim vote.
All right, we found it. All right, hold on just a second, guys. Okay, all right, so, oh yeah, I love CoinStats. Do you guys use CoinStats? I need to get a referral link for CoinStats, because actually, CoinStats is cool. It's a great way to track your entire portfolios, like everything, you can track every wallet. You can literally add any wallet. Like, I've added my Pulse Chain stuff in there. I've added all my little things, and you can track everything all in one place. So you can see how wrecked your portfolio is right now. If you really want to see like how terrible everything does look, and your entire history of all your mistakes, all of the stupid moves that you've done, use CoinStats. I pull up CoinStats and I went like this. What the hell did I do? And just like start having like a freaking panic attack. Sometimes you don't want to look. Sometimes you're like, oh, you're like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? Like selling Brett too early, like not doubling down on Brett. I would be a actual quote, full-on millionaire if I would have just tripled, doubled down, quadrupled down on Brett when I found it. Because I found it the same time as Jake and Crashiest Clay. I even got called out by one of my own people. They were like, why shouldn't you be a millionaire already? You were talking about Brett for 4 months. And I was just like, yeah, you're telling me? Thanks for the reminder. I appreciate the reminder.
Right on base. I'm getting ready to step out in front of the judges. I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm confident. I prepared a lot for this, and I'm ready to deliver an incredible pitch.
Dude, I'm gonna go on Killer Whales and pitch Bean Coin. Jesse, you finally made it. All right, so guys, what we're doing right now is we are watching the section of Killer Whales that is the Brett pitch. So we're gonna see if it sinks or swims. We got Scaramucci in the house. We have Crypto Man Ran. We got Mario in the fall. And who else is on that judging panel?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta hand it to them, right?
You gotta give it to Jake. Gotta give it to Jake. He's got confidence. He's like the crypto bro that you can't hate. Like you almost want to be jealous of him, or you almost want to be like, but you're just like, no, Jake. Actually, I'll give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, Jake. So, Jake, if you're watching this, and I think we've talked before. I mean, we've communicated on Spaces, but we should totally do a collaboration, get you on the live, tell us about your journey, and also I would love to know how your experience was on doing this show. Because I know I would be a little nervous, like stepping up there, and there'd be a little shaky, get the nerves out. But you just gotta do stuff. It's go time. That's why I like. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due.
Just rocked up in a cyber truck. You think he's overcompensating for something? Maybe just the Brett logo on a poster board would have done the trick. Let's see if it pays off.
Hi everyone, my name is Jake Agan, and I want to start this pitch off with a quote. He who controls the memes controls the universe. That's a quote by Elon Musk, one of the most successful entrepreneurs of our generation and huge meme coin advocate. Now I know most of you guys have heard of Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Pepe. They're the top 3 meme coins, but they're also top 20 cryptocurrency projects in the entire world. Meme coins are cryptocurrencies inspired by viral trends. Meme coins are fun. Meme coins are exciting. Meme coins give people a sense of belonging to a community, and they are changing the guard in the crypto space by giving the power back to the people. And that is why I'm here today to talk about the #1 meme coin on the Base chain, which is Brett on Base. Brett on Base launched on the Base chain in March of 2024 and has shattered every single record since launching. And along with shattering every single record, it's also become the face of the Base.
So the records that he's talking about is the fact that in 4 months, it was one of the fastest growing meme coins to go into $1 billion market cap, and then do it a second time and go into almost a $2 billion market cap. And it really did. It was crushing it. And if you've been watching this channel long enough, we had been following it. We were following the progression. We followed it before the FUD happened, like the attack on X, where they were like, it's a blah, 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 it's a scam. And, a bunch of people sold out of it, and then it ended up pumping right back up again. Just all that stuff. I know, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, what was Mario taking? Yeah, Mario's like, memes. I wonder what those are.
Chain. And when you log into the Coinbase wallet, featured on the homepage every time you log in is Brett on Base. Now this is great exposure because millions of people log into this app on a daily basis. Brett on Base is currently the #6 meme coin in the entire world, and it really is changing the guard in the crypto space. No longer do VCs or accredited investors have the advantage. Brett on Base is giving the power back to the people.
Meme coins are based solely on viral trends with zero actual utility. Maybe Jake can convince the whales the tides have turned and meme coins do have a future, or it could leave a salty taste in their mouth.
I want you to explain, just for the audience, what Base is. Really simple.
To simplify a blockchain, in the simplest terms, is somewhere that you can transact cryptocurrency on. Now, Coinbase, obviously one of the most reputable exchanges in the world, launched Base Chain, and they're trying to onboard hundreds of millions of people into the cryptocurrency ecosystem.
Now, to add on Jake's point, you know, Base, they don't have a token. I mean, we've kind of speculated maybe they might launch a token, maybe they might do an airdrop in the future. They're just trying to get on-chain activity, and eventually, because it's a layer 2, you have to use ETH to pay the gas to use Base. It's not like a AVAX or a Polygon or a Pulse Chain or a Metis or something like that. You know, it's like you have to have ETH, but the Base ecosystem, they are trying to build it up a lot. I mean, they're trying to get the users, trying to make it easy. You know, Face ID, no seed phrase, wallet, and they do use Brett a lot for their, you know, their advertising, indirectly and directly. Whether it be that Brett is just like one of the top traded tokens. We just noticed like, with the on-chain volume with Base compared to, you know, with Airdrome Finance is a protocol that's on Base that drives a lot of liquidity and the trading volume traffic, along with Uniswap and you know, the dexes that offer liquidity with the Base chain. So yeah, and then that's funny. Yeah, you've heard about Doge, Pepe, Shib, and Mario's like, go on.
What's your
So the point that I'm trying to make is that like Base could use Brett as a really good onboarding mechanism, and who knows? I mean, that's kind of like with anyone who is bullish on a meme. They're like, we hope it gets used as the mascot marketing for said whatever onboarding normies. Yeah.
in this project exactly?
I'm a community member for Brett. I make content mostly in the meme coin space, but I cover a lot of cryptocurrency. And when I saw Brett on Base, I went all in, and they asked me to come on this show, and I was happy to represent them.
Jake, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I actually started in 2020 when I started creating crypto content. I was working in the tech industry in San Francisco, and I was working 8 hours a day, and I would spend the next 4 to 8 hours in cryptocurrency. I started a YouTube channel, I started a Twitter account, and I pretty much did that until my YouTube grew, and I was able to leave my corporate day job. I was able to pay off all my student loans. I was able to pay off all my credit card debt, and I was able to retire my mom financially.
How much bread did you hold?
That's a private question. I got in early, you know. I got in early, and like some of these guys here, we like to eat big. So I'm a big holder in bread and a big believer as well.
I'm guessing you hold some of the tokens. Where are the founders?
Does everyone here own Bitcoin? Can someone tell me who Satoshi Nakamoto is?
Satoshi Nakamoto is the alias or pseudonym used to refer to the person or persons responsible for creating Bitcoin. The true identity still remains a mystery.
And I'll leave it at that.
Good answer. Good answer.
I must agree, guys. I do think that with memes, it's better if the founder is not known.
It's like Pepe. It's like who knows? Like, it's like Pepe and Wojak. I think it's the same people. I think it's the same team. I think they grew up together. They were in the dorm room or whatever. I don't know. They were doing something. They were like, guys, all right, we gotta create the culture. We gotta ignite it again. Look, we got these memes. The culture's already written in stone. It's already there. We just need to tokenize it. And it's like at a point, because look, founders ruin it. Look, for instance, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm gonna say. Founders ruin stuff, and they talk too much, and then they sound like smarty pants, and then people are just like, who cares? Build something that people are going to use. Charles Hoskinson and Cardano is a perfect example where it's like, it's like, even though you don't want to connect Charles Hoskinson and Cardano, and yeah, Cardano is supposed to be decentralized, like, it's just like, it hurts it. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. So when there's no connection between who the hell made it or whatever, it is the community to decide. And so that's why the meme communities do it better than these big chains that are essentially selling vaporware if they're not getting people to even buy the damn token to begin with and quote, have the utility. Doesn't freaking matter. Doesn't matter. So Jake makes a very good point here, and I'd stick by that as well. Sometimes not knowing is probably the best. And guess what? Richard Hart makes an argument that, you know, most of the quote decentralized nature of crypto is centralized in a big wallets. Like Bitcoin supply is controlled by 60% of the wallets. That's centralized ownership. BNB has full centralized ownership with freaking CZ holding 95% of his portfolio in BNB.
Because then they become a celebrity coin. I do have a question for you, which is what's going to make this meme last beyond one cycle? If I look at all the memes,
what I love about the two of you guys, you know this is like a bunch of horse shit. You believe in this?
What do you mean I believe in it? I love it.
Jake, make the case for a retail investor and an institutional investor. Go.
Yeah, for a retail investor, like I said, you join a community. It's a fun thing to be a part of. Now, for a traditional investor, if you look at cryptocurrency this year in 2024, the top 5 meme coins have outperformed most layer 1 blockchains by over 100%.
100%.
Is that what if you
100%. And we've covered this on the live stream. Every day, literally every day, we'll go to CoinMarketCap. We'll show you. Oh wait, see you guys at Trade Intuition 5. Is Trade Intuition already streaming? Because we'll redirect you guys over to his stream. I should be able to. I think I can do that. Let me do that right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go to. Let's go here. And I think, yeah, I have to go to edit. I have to go to edit and then I can redirect it in here. Right? Where can I do it? Oh, there we go. Add redirect and then trade in. Oh, other channels. Trade tuition. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right, we done and done. Got it. Okay, cool. So we got you routed. Because we're gonna end. Because we just want to go for an hour. We start at 11, and we've been yapping our traps. But yeah, let's continue watching this. I like this. This is great. I love this. Jake's doing a great job.
and your small group of friends owns, let's say, 20, 30% of the token, and you can pump and dump.
Let's be honest, it's player versus player, right? Most cryptocurrencies are going to go up. We saw with altcoins and Bitcoin, and then they're going to crash hard. It's probably going to happen for all meme coins.
No, that's not true. Sorry, that's not true.
What's not true?
Because in general, the game is maybe rigged against the retail investor, but at least they know the rules of the game, right? A retail investor who gets into a VC project knows that he's getting into a VC project after the VCs, and that's the rule of the game. Do you agree with me that the game, as it currently is not fair?
The game is rigged, as it
Okay,
currently
do you agree with me that most retail investors coming into these kind of tokens don't know that insiders initially held 80% of the supply?
I would agree with that, yeah.
Okay, so do you agree with me that those people have unfortunately got risk that they don't know about?
I think so, but what we saw with Brett, right? Let's say any of those people got in the past 3 months, they're gonna be very happy that these whales that have a lot of money are holding their supply.
Until when?
And there it is, folks. The look of realization of the volatility of meme coins. Are the insiders in it for a quick pump and dump buck? Or is the meme coin backed by purpose with potential for longevity?
It's a combination of both, because look, if you want to have a sustainable company, and if you do have things that you're going to want to use as advertising and the listings are really expensive and all that stuff, are you really going to just give fully the project out to, quote, the community and let the community make the decisions? Or do you centralize some of the supply so then you can call the shots? It's a company still. It's technically still a brand with an IP and a quote tokenization of quote brand and idea. So if you do, so it's like it kind of can go, it's not black and white. It's not like, oh, if it went down, it's a pump and dump. Oh, if it goes up, it's centralized. Oh, it's controlled. All of the things what they're talking about in terms of the VC tokens, there's unlocks. It's at least like that's the only difference between some of the you know, quote, the centralization of the supply, like say like the, you know, someone has like 80% of supply. You'd hope that the supply is distributed in a way that it's the liquidity's burned. There's not wallets that are holding too much of a supply, but it's just, it's not black and white. So there are some discrepancies, but at the end of the day, it makes a good argument that the VCs are even more at a risk for retail to buy because there's way more money that is invested in the early VC before the project even launches, or the TGE, and the people that got way before the TGE price are getting a way better deal than anyone of retail that is going to buy what quote said coin and then get, you know, a great deal. So
until everything else, right? We know crypto's not going to go forever. We go on cycles. We go
until
up.
it gets to 10 billion or 5 billion.
Until Bitcoin,
and then the
Ethereum,
whales are going to
Solana.
say, at this point, we think it's not going to go any higher. And who are they going to dump their tokens on?
Everybody has a fair chance to push the buy button, and everybody has a fair chance to push the sell button. So those people that are getting in,
it's not fair.
That's probably the concern I share as well. The transparency isn't there.
Should have put the logo on the Titanic.
Good one, Anthony. I think the mooch likes it.
You've had to have had somebody like me dressed like this, look at you and say you're a smart kid, but this is fucking bullshit. So tell me.
Well, Rand knows this because he did this with his own meme coins. He got scammed out of his own meme coin and had to buy back the supply because someone else scammed him.
Why it's not bullshit.
The world is changing at a faster pace than we've ever seen. Back in the 1920s, we had stocks. In the 2000s, we had the tech boom that not many people anticipated. And now in 2024, it's the attention economy where we have distractions all the time. TikTok, we have Instagram, we have people who are sick of the big VCs, sick of accredited investors having the upper hand. The people saw what happened with GameStop. That's translating over into the crypto space, and people want to win. They're sick of having to have $1 million net worth in order to enter a fund like yourself. When Brett launches on Base, anyone can get in and anyone has a fair chance to win.
You know, we're grilling the hell out of them. I think we got enough. Now it's time to sink or swim.
The whales dragged Jake deep into the abyss, but it seems the pressure didn't cause him to implode. Jake has made a compelling case and hopes it secures Brett a share of the 1.5 million worth of prizes.
Jake, I must say, first of all, I'm not sure what the future is for meme coins. But if you're betting on the power of community and you're betting on the power of hype, which is what meme coins is actually all about, you can't bet against Brett. So for that reason, I'm swimming.
Let's go.
But he also holds Brett.
A bet on the concept.
Rand holds Brett. He's held Brett for a while. Da Vinci was holding Brett. We were all holding Brett. So that's why I think he's going to get the swims.
And a bet on Base. And I believe in both. Surprisingly, I'm also going to swim.
Let's go.
This is mass marketing
Jake,
at its
I'm not gonna
finest.
lie, you rolled in the Cybertruck, you jumped out. I'm like, this is just like a LARPing male model. Like, you're not gonna fool me. But you actually impressed me when you stood in the paint and you answered the tough questions. I thought you might have been a bad actor, but you seem like one of us. So for me, it's a swim.
Amazing. Thank you.
Love it or hate it, meme coins are here to make waves. I think Brad is already swimming. I can't sink it if you don't sink it. So I have very high expectation in you and the community. For me, it's a swim.
Amazing. We won't let you down.
4 out of 5 swims ain't bad, but let's keep our arms and fins inside the vehicle until it comes to a complete stop. It's time for Scaramucci to weigh in. It's possible he could convince other judges to change their vote.
All right, Jake, you're a very nice guy. You're very presentable. You have a lot of charisma, and I wish you great success for you. But I absolutely hate this project, and I'm taking issue with the judges here because they're in the space, but they don't see the space from the macro angle of the society. This is the type of stuff that regulators go crazy on. It's as if the Hale-Bopp comet got married to the submarine that exploded on the way down to the Titanic. So this is a sink for me.
You didn't actually expect him to vote yes after everything that he said, right?
I knew it was going to be tough, but I thought I had a chance.
But you still got 4 out of 5, so congratulations, my friend. You swim.
Thank you, guys. As soon as the green lights light up, you just feel this sense of relief. It's just like an incredible feeling. It's like ecstasy. Scaramucci, he's a tough guy coming from the traditional finance sector. It would have taken a lot to get a green light from him, so. 4 out of 5 swims, baby.
You guys are out of your minds. These things are going to 0, and you're going to be sitting here regretting that you had the green lights flashing in here.
Let's see.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man. Scaramucci. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's go. I love it. Working for your bags, man. You got to work for those bags. I do the same thing. I work for the ticker Bitcoin bags, that's for sure. Gosh, you got to at this point if we're going to go back in the purple box. Lord have mercy. But holy moly. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and end it. Thank you so much. We're going to redirect you over to Trade Intuition. We're going to let's see if he is let's see if he's already trading, or see if he's already live. Yes. All right. So let's go. You are going to be ported over to Trade Intuition. So, my friends, get ready. Get ready. Because we're going to get Trade Intuition to pump past BitBoy's numbers. He's at 261. Let's get Trade Intuition at 300. Let's go. All right. Peace out, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do love this community, love crypto, and even on the red days, we have fun, and that's why you guys tune into this channel. And I just want to say thank you again for all your support. It really means a lot. And make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Share this live stream with a friend of yours that is, maybe wanting to dip the toe into crypto and they want to know where to kind of get the pulse. This is where to get it, my friends. And with that being said, may the light of the Lord Jesus Christ shine on you and your families. And I hope you have a good rest of the day. And I will see you on the next live stream tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you again. Peace out.
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coin. Boom! Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin, breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.